You get out
So how
from
about
here.
you remove yourself? Because you're not going to record me.
I tell Josh to call the police, and otherwise I'm gonna call the police.
Can you record that for me? Can you record it? Because I'm not going to... That's...
What we do over here?
There's no expectation of privacy in public.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
I have every right. Yes, I do. I'm a woman.
Okay, but that doesn't change
Yes,
anything.
it does. It has
No,
a lot to
doesn't.
do with that.
No, it doesn't.
What's the point of the recording?
I don't know,
anyway?
but I don't...
I get it. I don't want to record either.
But
But
she
this is
approached me.
ignorant.
Did
It
she
doesn't
not?
matter what... Are you shipping...
doesn't want to be recorded.
And I have every right.
Go from
And
here.
and also he told you to leave.
I was not done being a customer.
Can you say-
No,
I'm
you
gonna-
don't
I'm
like
gonna
customer.
grab
I
my phone.
already done with
Go ahead of
you.
me. I don't care.
Yeah, wait a minute. Police coming.
No.
Okay. Have
Nope.
you been asked to leave?
This is a public building, and
Are you conducting any business here?
Yes, I am. Yes, I
Do you
am.
have receipts that you mailed things here?
Yes, I do.
Can you show me?
Sure.
Okay, hang on a minute. You got any weapons on you?
Whoa! Don't touch me. I don't have any weapons. Hey. All right, guys. Here we are again today. United States Post Office, Niagara Falls, New York. We're checking it out here today to see if they respect our right to take videos and pictures in public and from publicly accessible areas. Alright, let's take a minute here and take a look at the Niagara Falls Police Department General Order for Citizen Encounters. Make sure to take note of this last page, and now let's get into it and see how these officers did. Not a bad little post office. (2007), not one of the oldest ones we've seen.
Never enough time in the day.
Can you also keep anything liquid fragile perishable?
Apparently we don't get service if we have a camera.
Put it in. Yep. very much. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Is there a supervisor available?
You talk with her?
No, she just left. She wandered away. Can I buy a stamp while I wait?
One step?
One stamp. Was she a supervisor?
No.
I was waiting in line and she seen me and then she just left. As if I didn't need service. So is there a supervisor available?
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. I can give you supervisor.
All right.
Huh?
Do you want one cent stamp?
No, I'll go stamp over here. Are you a supervisor?
No.
Is there a supervisor available?
Can you tell Josh he want to talk with the Josh?
What's up?
He want to talk with supervisor. Yes, sir. 42 cent.
Thank you.
Ticket
Thank you.
stamp.
Yeah, I got a receipt, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Go there to you can come over there.
Over here?
That door. Or the middle door over there. You can go outside that door, middle door, not this door.
I heard you.
Yeah, no, because you can go over there.
Yep, she's not over there yet.
Yeah, he's coming over there.
Okay. Hello. So is the supervisor still coming or?
I don't know, he don't want to talk with you.
Huh? What's that?
Nobody is available here.
What'd you say before that?
Nobody is available here.
No one's available?
Mm-hmm.
That's not what you just said a second ago.
Can you go? I give you the stamp. Don't bother. I have the customer over there standing.
Yeah, in just
Yeah.
a second, but I wasn't finished yet. I'm still asking for a supervisor.
I tell my supervisor, go over there. I say standing over there.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't bother my customer. Go ahead.
But I'm not done being a customer yet. They're waiting in turn in line.
Yeah, go
but
about
I'm
it.
still here.
No.
Yeah.
I already did you. Your thing is done. Go over there. Don't bother the customer.
Yeah, what is going on? Because I gotta ship. Are you shipping anything?
Nothing.
No, can you please not record me?
You approached me.
Can you please not record me? Because I have every right not to be recorded.
Actually, there's no expectation of privacy in public. Don't touch
Okay,
my
well,
stuff.
I don't care. I don't want to be recorded.
You get out
so how
from
about you
here.
remove yourself? Because you're not going to record me.
I tell Josh to call the police. And otherwise I'm going to call the police.
Can you record that for me? Can you record it? Because I'm not going to. That's.
What do you do over here?
There's no expectation of privacy in public.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
I have every right. Yes, I do. I'm a woman.
Okay, but that doesn't change
Yes,
anything.
it does. It has a lot to
doesn't.
do with that.
No, it doesn't.
What's the point of the recording?
I don't know, but I don't.
I get it. I don't want to record either.
But
But
she
this is
approached me.
ignorant.
Did
It
she
doesn't
not?
matter what you're. Are you shipping?
You can go over there.
And I have every right.
Go from
And
here.
and also he told you to
I
leave.
I was not done being a customer.
You
No, you don't the customer. I already done with
Go ahead of me.
you.
I don't care.
Yeah, wait a minute. Police coming.
Okay.
I just have I have something I just got
And like put us on YouTube. So we can do the same.
Yeah, that's right, because you have that right.
Yep.
Yeah, wait a minute, police coming. Give me, he's there on the way.
That's the tracking number. As far as I know, it's showing that it's still here. I'm not sure what's going on.
Hi.
Maybe I didn't fill it out wrong.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, this is,
It's one of your tracking numbers that I have.
which country you check?
I sent it here. It was
So
here.
no, from here going to where?
It's going to Germany.
German.
Yes. For my son, he's in the army.
Isn't that what happened?
I just was, every time we track it, it's still showing that it hasn't been shipped or anything.
No, to change your party affiliation, they said it's here.
You can go that side.
Go here?
Because of that side, not that control.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Not over there. Excuse me. Go the middle.
Oh, over here, okay. Come on, sir.
Yeah, well, then that's another thing. He's in a post office, so you're technically breaking privacy rights. It's just like being in a store. You're breaking privacy. You're in a post office shipping things. You got personal information on packages.
How about you read poster 7? It's right there on the wall. It's
I'm
the
sorry,
rule.
it says what?
Poster 7, rules and regulations governing this federal building. How about you educate yourself on that?
Either way, you don't need to record me. What do you exactly? Oh, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm just.
I think that's right.
What? Show me where it says that.
Go ahead.
Show me.
Poster 7 right there on
Show
the
me.
wall. Go ahead. Poster 7. It says rules and regulations.
Yeah, let's know where the rules and regulations is.
Right there.
Right here.
Nope, one over. Nope, one over. To the left. To the left.
General child
A
pornography.
page to the left, ma'am.
Rules and regulations. Any portion of
Yep. Photographs is down in second column.
Order. Properties must be closed to the public.
That's the tracking number. I'm just trying to, is it still here or did
I can point it out for you if you'd
Sure,
like.
show me, because I
All
don't
right.
see it anywhere.
Sure. Right here, this paragraph.
For news advertising of commercial purposes.
No,
Are
read
you
the whole
reading it?
read the whole
Okay.
paragraph, ma'am.
For news purposes may be taken in entrance lobbies, let's see, meeting except for prohibited official signs. Order or rule, other photographs may be taken only with the permission of local post.
That other
So-
other is
so-
classified in protected areas.
No.
Yes, it is.
No,
No.
you're reading that all wrong.
No,
sir.
you are.
Yes, no.
You
it
are.
says here for read it. It says for photographs for news, advertising, or commercial purposes, and it says here only with the permission of local postmaster
That's
or
if
installation head. Are they
other.
here?
Go ahead.
Exactly. So now I'll let you educate yourself.
No, you educate yourself, ma'am. I'm very aware. I know you did, ma'am. It's okay.
It's okay because I can put a lawsuit out because I've already said I don't want to be recorded. You can't record somebody without their legal consent.
Okay, well, you're also misinformed once again.
You don't have right to take
says-
the photocopy for somebody else.
And it says right on there, it
Yeah,
says
you
the
don't have
postmaster,
this
you have to have permission.
right to take that somebody else.
You got personal information
Don't
of
hold it
mine.
up like that. That's on
That's
you.
okay, you have personal information of mine, so that's okay. Just remember that.
Hmm?
Where are the police? Are they coming?
Did Josh call? No?
I don't know. He said call. He is the.
Just please don't say any of my information loudly. This, I don't know what it calls. It's, no, that's what they gave me all the shipping label. They told me just to drop it off at the post office.
It's on its way. Okay.
They told me just to drop it off.
It's on its way. What about that?
This one, no, this one's different. It's like all jacked up, I'm sorry.
That doesn't.
You don't,
Yeah. You know, this is the law, so they take those.
but it's a post office though,
I know.
so they might be here quicker.
What I understand.
I know, cause you can file lawsuits against them. It says right on the thing too. Just to pull the cheapest place. No.
Okay. All right, thanks, I appreciate it.
And the fact that it's right on me, this would piss me the fuck off. Because I'm literally about to turn around and punch him in his mouth.
Now that would be illegal.
It don't matter, they ain't gonna do nothing but write me a ticket, so you have to go meet.
Stay here with you just in case you're okay.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh shit, wait. Does he?
Yeah.
I need to do cash. My card.
Thank you.
It is really quite sad. Yeah, I agree. I don't know, because if I find my thing posted anywhere, I will file lawsuit, because I have every right to. Literally, you have every right to.
Oh my goodness.
I got 30 cents, I think. I'm shaking. I'm not scared of the shit out of them, I'm not. If I'm scared of the shit out of them, I'm not. I can't even, like, keep myself together yet.
I'm sorry.
No, it's totally not your fault at all.
Okay.
So do me a favor and grow up, because you look like a fool. Remember
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good one.
You should stick around till the police gets here so you can get educated.
All right, Tuesday.
I just want to know why you're recording us.
I'm just waiting for the police.
Police for what?
Yeah.
Because the post office called the police department. Waiting for the police.
But what all caused it? Like, what happened?
Some people being uneducated and stupid, so we're gonna wait for the police to show up.
I don't even know what to say. I just don't want to be recorded, point blank, period.
We have no expectation of privacy in public.
But you can't record people without their permission.
That's inaccurate.
I swear to God, I just looked it up.
What is wrong? There's no expectation of privacy in public. Look how many cameras are in here. They record you all the time.
Okay,
Look
but
how many
that's
street cameras there are. Look how many cameras are in Walmart. How many businesses have you given permission to record?
But that's different. This is a government office.
It doesn't matter.
Like a gray shirt with blue pants and gray shoes, blue eyes.
NFPD on scene.
How's it going, buddy?
Good. I get your name and badge number?
Daniels. 17167.
All right. Officer, is your name and badge number?
What's your name?
Paul, 17200.
All right.
What's your name?
My first name's Jay.
What's your last name?
And I don't have to give you that.
You don't?
No.
Well, in a few minutes you might have to.
Now,
Okay. Are
First-
you refusing to leave her?
no.
Okay. Have
Nope.
you been asked to leave?
This is a public building, and am I?
Are you conducting any business? here?
Yes, I am. Yes, I
Do you
am.
have receipts that you mailed things here?
Yes, I do.
Can you show me?
Sure.
Okay, hang on a minute. You got any weapons on you?
Whoa! Don't touch me. I don't have any weapons. Hey, you guys don't need to. This is not 6 feet social distancing. You guys don't need to come up on me like that.
Well, we were called here.
I know that, but let me reach here and show you your policy. Your policy.
Thank you.
Your policy. Citizen encounters. Are you familiar? Because you're already not following your own policy.
Really?
Yeah.
What does it say?
Right here, citizen encounters in reference to enforcement action include, but not limited to, investigative detentions, traffic stops, arrests, searches and seizures, and application of force by officers.
Yeah, we were called for an unwanted person.
Yeah.
Which was you.
But,
So we're investigating that.
yep,
Yeah.
but you still have to follow policy, and,
I am.
and right now you're
Yes,
not.
yes, I am.
No, you're not.
How am I in violation?
We can get to that in a minute,
No,
but
tell me.
first.
You don't know.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I'm actually following my policy right now.
No, you're
We're
not.
investigating an unwanted party, which is you.
Yeah, on a public building, I was
Yeah, it
conducting
doesn't matter.
business,
Okay.
and I was waiting
And
for
now
the
you're no longer
supervisor.
wanted here.
Yeah,
Why
but I
have you
wasn't
left?
done. I wasn't
Why have
done
you left?
because it's a public building, and I can stay here until closing. I have
This
to.
receipt was printed about 45 minutes ago.
I know it took you guys that long to get here.
No, I didn't.
We're busy.
Because I just got off the phone with the dispatch probably about 7 minutes ago. So.
Well, as far as I know, this is not as far as I know, it's legally a public building.
it is.
It is a
That
public
doesn't
building.
mean- yeah,
I
if
was
you're
here
not wanted,
conducting
if you're not
business.
doing anything-
I was in line talking to the guy at the counter when this lady here showed up and she was waiting in line. And then the guy at the counter was trying to tell me I was done with my transaction when I was still waiting for a supervisor. I needed.
Do you need a supervisor today for that?
I did need a supervisor.
And what happened? Okay, let me talk.
But she doesn't know the reason. Can we step over here away from her?
Well, I
Because
mean-
this is ridiculous.
Well, hang on a minute. You want to record everyone else, and now you
Yeah,
want your
but now
privacy.
either
Why do you want your privacy when you're recording everyone else and they want their privacy?
because this is a conversation between me and you, not me, you, and her.
Okay. Well, she's standing on public property.
All right, so am I.
Okay, so talk to me.
All right, so
So you
I'm
wanted
not
a
breaking the law.
supervisor.
I'm not
You
breaking the law.
You asked for a supervisor.
I did.
And then what happened?
She showed up and wouldn't allow me to continue the
She
transaction.
showed up and
Yeah,
said,
hold on. She started saying things, so I turned around
okay.
because she approached me. She said, "Why are you recording?"
Yeah,
I said,
people don't want you to record.
"Because I can. You're not feelings police. You're a law enforcement. I have not broken the law."
I'm telling you that obviously people get uncomfortable when you're.
All right.
Not me. I don't know.
All right.
You, not me.
So I no longer wish to engage with you. I want your supervisor.
No, too
What
bad.
do you mean too bad?
We're dealing with you right now.
I want to speak to your supervisor.
Okay, well,
I no longer wish to answer any questions until I
fine.
speak to a supervisor.
We're not questioning you.
Okay, then I'll stand over here, and then you can get a supervisor. And you can educate these people, and there's no expectation of privacy in public. Well, according to your policy, you do. So let's get a supervisor over here. Can we get a supervisor, please?
When I got here,
You did mail something.
I was still in line when she got there. I was still at the counter.
and they already had asked him to leave 4 times. He said, your transaction is complete. And then he's like, I want to speak to the supervisor. He's like, I already told you I can't get the supervisor right now.
You don't want to leave, right? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Well, I just asked you if you wanted to leave, and you said no. You're allowed to stay here until it closes.
I am allowed to be here till 2
So
p.m.
I'm
when it
asking
closes.
you right now. You're done with your business, right?
As soon as
Are you done? I'm just asking you. Are you done with your business here?
well, technically, since they refused to let me speak to a supervisor after
You
our
want me to go ask them if the supervisor will come out and speak with you? Is that what you? Would that help you out?
no, I mean I
wouldn't help you out?
no, I can come back at another time or speak on the phone
That
or
sounds like a good
or
plan.
schedule an appointment.
That sounds like a good plan.
But I was at the counter
Okay.
conducting my business when she came up and said that I had to stop recording her because I didn't give her permission.
Well, yeah. I mean,
But there is
again,
no
I already
expectation
told
of privacy
you-
in public.
No, I already told you. People don't. I mean, you're at a post office. People don't like being.
I know, but it's still my right. Their
Just
feelings
like you
or
wanted privacy between me and you.
I didn't ask
and
for
her.
privacy. I
Yeah, you
asked to
did.
step.
Just
No, I
did.
didn't. No, I
So
didn't.
what I'm saying is, it goes both ways. She's allowed to stay in here if she wanted.
I asked if we could have our conversation over here so she's not chiming in over my shoulder.
So are you willing to come back at another time to speak with the supervisor here?
That's between me and whatever I want to do. Now it's up to.
Well, I just asked you. I could go ask for a supervisor to come out and speak with you. If that's
Well, I don't know if. No, I don't want to speak to them right now because
So you don't wanna speak with
I'm
them
speaking with you right now. I'm speaking with you right now. I still asked to speak to your
You
supervisor.
said you wanted to speak with a supervisor from them, and then you said you wanted to speak with a supervisor.
I want to speak with your supervisor.
Now he wants to speak with our supervisor. But
Here, I can hand you this. You can glance at it.
we know it already.
Do you? Because you're not following it. I have all the important parts right there. He did not follow it. He did not follow it. You haven't followed it. And now I wish to speak to a supervisor about it. Wait till you get to the last page. Go ahead. It's your policy, not mine. You can keep that. I have more copies. Well, he needs to read it.
So how many copies do you have?
Plenty.
Just wondering.
Plenty. You should educate yourself.
Just wasting your guys' time like this is like a kind of like a joke.
I passed high school. I'm
So it's gonna be.
Clearly not.
It is though.
Now, can we get a supervisor out here, please?
Yeah, what's the motive? I'm actually kind of curious myself. What's the motive? What's the outcome that you're trying to get? Waste these men's time that could be, you know, protecting other people that need to be protected, or are we just going to waste time for what reason?
It's an education purpose. You
But if-
clearly need educated.
But if I do find my personal information on the internet, I will be filing a lawsuit against you.
Okay, if you think that's your best course of action, go right ahead.
Yeah, I will. Because that's my home address. I have 4 children. I'm not okay with that.
Well, it looks like we gotta print these out too.
No, I don't have printing out shit.
Educational for what?
I don't know. Get a real job.
You just do this all day.
This is my second job.
It's a joke of a job. What'd you say? Apparently.
Shut up. You ain't helping.
Is there anything that I can do about it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so
talk to you in a little bit.
part of your policy is to explain everybody's options. She just asked you if there's anything she could do about this. I know, but I just want to clarify that your policy states that you have to give everybody to ask their options.
Man, I could never be a cop.
You wouldn't want to be anyways. There's too many bad cops getting good cops hurt.
I don't believe.
Okay, what happened to George Floyd and all the other things going on? That was bad cops.
I'm sorry, I don't want to get political.
Well, you started it.
I disagree with that strongly.
That's fine.
I believe there's good and bad cops,
There are.
but most of them are good.
Well,
There are bad. That's like.
you're naive for thinking that.
What is the word?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
It's a stereotype. It really is. 100%. But it's unfortunate it's accurate. You want to read it? I think you need to read it, sir. Daniels? No, he wasn't with Mang last week.
He's on his way.
Is he?
It's gonna be a little bit, but he's on his way.
You know, officer.
So it's unfortunate that you as a law enforcement officer with the general public can't swallow your pride for a little bit and admit that I'm right.
About what?
Everything I'm standing out here and saying today.
Did I say you were wrong in anything?
Well, you tried to insinuate that people's feelings trump the Constitution. They trump my rights to stand there and do this. Well,
See, now you're just making stuff up.
no, I'm not. Go back and watch the video.
Take care. Nice seeing you again.
So did you learn anything here today?
What was your last name?
I didn't give you my last name.
Yeah, I asked you. What was your last name?
I didn't give it to you.
Okay, so what is your last name?
I don't have to answer that.
Where do you live?
Huh?
Where do you live?
Well, you're not familiar yet?
No.
You will be
Never
soon.
met you before.
You will be soon.
Where do you live, Doc?
You haven't talked to Meng? You didn't hear about my interaction with him last week? No? Well, unless I've committed a crime, I don't have to give you my name. And I have not committed a crime. You need reasonable, articulable suspicion that I have or about to commit a crime for a lot of things. I don't even need to listen. You're a law enforcement officer. You should know this.
I still can ask your name.
Yep, and I can respectfully decline.
That was
Although, if I ask you, you cannot.
yeah.
I shouldn't even have to ask you. Per your department policy, you're supposed to introduce yourself and explain. No, verbally. Introduce yourself verbally and explain the reason for the questioning and why you were making the interaction. As soon as possible. As soon as possible. You did not introduce yourself. No, you did not. I had to ask you for your name and badge number. I had to ask you first. Your job is to introduce yourself. That was the first failure in your policy. Second failure in your policy is the failure to operate under a unbiased policing. Okay, that's your opinion. I'm using facts, you're using opinion. How am I wrong? How about you educate me then if I'm wrong? Okay, then educate me
As soon
then.
as I got out of the car, you asked my name and my badge number. I gave it to you. So tell me how I'm wrong. And I told you we were here for an unwanted person, which is you.
Yeah?
That's exactly what I said.
I had to ask you.
So why don't you record, or why don't you go back on your tape and look?
Oh, I will. I will. Trust me. Your body cam on?
Of course it is.
Perfect. What is your badge number again?
17167.
Perfect. I need that for the FOIL request.
Write it down.
No, it's on video now. I got it twice. I need that for the FOIL request. That way I get your body cam footage to go along with this.
Absolutely.
Yep.
There you go.
How long is that supervisor going to be? Where's he coming from? Do you know?
He's busy. He's coming.
I know, but I just asked if you knew where he was coming from.
Oh,
No?
okay.
Why do you feel so aggressive?
I'm standing right here.
I know, but why does your
I don't.
mindset feel so aggressive?
That's on you, buddy.
Do you have any
Have I done anything that's aggressive toward you yet?
do you have any
Have I?
recent disciplinary actions?
Have I? I haven't. I'm standing
Do
right
you have
here.
any recent disciplinary actions?
I'm standing right here.
Do you have any recent officer complaints?
I'm standing right here.
I understand that.
Not aggressive at all.
You feel it though. I can feel your energy. You feel aggressive. He feels a little more like, man, I'm here because I have to be, because they got called. This guy seems like he's the newest out of all of you. Newest officer, and also your opinion on the situation is definitely not the same as yours. Would I be wrong? Again?
No, I don't know their opinions.
I
I was
c-
talking inside with the postal workers.
Yeah. And did I tell you that I was still in the middle of trying to get help and service when that lady so rudely interrupted?
Help and service for what?
When I was talking to the gentleman that works here behind the counter. When I came back, I was waiting outside patiently because there was supposed to be a supervisor. And it had been a while, so I come back in, I was like,
Supervisor Canam?
yeah. And so I was like, hey, is that supervisor still coming or what? Like, did he get hung up?
Is there now one in the building?
Yeah, they were here. They said he would be out here in a minute. He or she would be out in a minute.
Okay.
And then I came back after waiting, And I'm pretty sure at first he said that the supervisor decided he didn't want to talk to me. And then I was like, but can you repeat that? So I walked up to the counter, so I couldn't hear you, but I'm pretty sure you said that he didn't want to talk to me. And he said, no, but there's not one available. So I was trying to get clarification on video. Well, which one is it? If they don't want to talk to me, I'll just leave. But if there's not one available, I understand that. But now I'm trying to explain to you what happened in there. That's a totally different situation. Right now, yes, it is. Because I was talking to him about what went on, and I asked him if he got the same story.
Okay.
And so we're talking about what happened there, not what happened out here, what happened inside. And so I could have swore he said he don't want to talk to you. And then I was like, can you clarify that? Is that what you said? He's like, well, there's not one available. All right, so, but can you clarify? Because if there's not one available, I could come back or I could wait a little bit. But if you said he doesn't want to talk to you, I'll just leave. Can we clarify what that was? But then the lady interrupted. We never got any farther.
Which one? This lady?
Yes.
Okay.
And so we never got any farther. That's where we were at.
If you want to speak with a supervisor, why don't you just come back? I mean, I'm sure he'll be here Monday.
Because then they already said they called the police.
Okay.
So once the police is called, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Why not?
No, once the police is called on something that I have done, I stick around.
I mean, you're not obviously in handcuffs or you're not under
No,
arrest. So
but-
it's not like if you've done anything wrong
No,
to this point yet.
right.
You've decided.
Right. But
So
if I'm
you're
in
willing
a...
to leave and talk to a manager at another point, why don't
Right.
you just do that right now?
Because then when I was about to make that decision, then the police were called.
Okay.
So then I decided to stick around and wait for the police. So it didn't look like I was avoiding you trying to dip out before you got here.
That's fine.
And then now we're waiting for your supervisor.
Yes.
Otherwise, I would leave as after you left. I would stand here and use all of my constitutional given rights that will not be infringed on. And I can stand here until closing time, outside, in the parking lot, anywhere public, until I commit a crime. But now that we're here due to your investigation, now we're
Let's
staying.
be honest, you weren't going anywhere.
What do you mean?
Did this last week at the downtown one. This is an intentional thing. You got your followers going Facebook Live. We know what it is.
You know what it
Just
is.
here to do that. That's all it is.
You know what it is, but it's also about bridging the gap between law enforcement and the public during our interactions and trying to educate people, because clearly the education is lacking around here.
I absolutely agree.
But I would like to bridge the gap between you guys and us. And that's why I bring this.
Yeah.
Because I can clearly state this is how you're supposed to conduct yourself when you interact with a member of the public. And I can expose you if you decide not to.
Go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it's all about. Clearly you already know. And have I been disrespectful since I've been here?
Not entirely, no.
No.
You still haven't given us your name or anything.
That's because I have a Fourth Amendment right not to. I gave you my first name. I gave you something to address me by. Correct?
You did.
I did. Without hesitation or without an argument. It's all about transparency,
You're absolutely right.
but also standing up for our rights. Because clearly, you guys are on the higher end of enforcing feelings and not law.
No.
Yeah, when you got here, it was all about feelings. They feel uncomfortable. They don't want to be recorded in public.
I'm law enforcement.
They this,
Not
they
law
that.
enforcement.
Well, I appreciate that, but you didn't start out that way when you got here today.
Just because you felt like it was aggressive, that's
It's not just the aggressive nature, it's also, well, they feel uncomfortable. I don't care. This is public. How many public cameras are in the city? A lot. Every time you go into a public business, you're being recorded without your permission. Every time you go to Walmart and shop, every woman that goes in there gets recorded when they pick out their feminine hygiene products. They don't want to think about it, but every aisle that has makeup or feminine hygiene products has got 3 cameras in it. they're getting recorded picking out the tampons they decide to use. When guys are in there buying condoms, you get recorded picking out the type of condoms you would like to use because there's no expectation of privacy in public. Your entire shopping list gets recorded. And if there's a crime going on in that aisle while you're there and you happen to be there and that footage from Walmart security ends up getting put on the news, do you know these people? And you're in the aisle shopping for condoms at the same time, that's unfortunate. It's going to get put on the damn news. Am I wrong or right? If a crime happened right in front of somebody buying some tampons or some condoms, and that Walmart security needed to prove that crime with somebody in the background buying condoms or tampons, two of the most discreet transactions that people like to keep to themselves. Like how many guys will go out and buy their wife's tampons? They think it makes them feel like less of a man if they get seen at the checkout as a box of tampons. I don't care, I'll buy a whole cart. I clearly don't have the body parts that uses a tampon. It's clearly not for me. It's obviously for a female companion. But people get all bent out of shape because...
Who's people? Like, who gets all bent out of shape?
Well, this lady that was here at the post office got bent out of shape because I had a camera.
I mean, I get it.
But had you followed your policy and you followed your policy to the way it's written, it shows you it tells you exactly how to do it. You did not. You did not. We'll wait for your supervisor to get over here and we'll talk about it all together.
He's here now.
I know, but he's clearly...
Where I violated it?
Oh, when he gets over here. You will when he gets over here. I don't want to say it twice.
Oh.
Good, how are you?
How can I help you today?
Well, I have your department policy on citizen encounters.
Okay.
And the way these officers approached me today, I have it on video. I'm sure if you could go watch it later, you're more than welcome to. You will see they violated this policy for citizen encounters.
What did they do?
Well, first I'd like to point out your responsibility, not just for you, but for the camera. The supervisor's responsibility, it clearly states, and for him, because he clearly hasn't read this, but it will be each individual supervisor's responsibility to ascertain that this policy is complied with. Written documentation is required for all violations in accordance with NFPD procedure. Supervisors shall ensure that all personnel are familiar with the content of this policy. All new recruits shall receive citizen encounter training within 90 days of completion of field training.
So how did you feel that they did not follow the policy, sir?
Right, let's get to that part. Now, professionalism and citizen encounters.
Okay.
It says, in a continued effort to exhibit for professionalism and prevent perceptions of biased law enforcement, officers shall use the following steps in citizen encounters. Be courteous, polite, and professional is the top. Okay. Introduce yourself and explain to the citizen the reason for the stop encounter as soon as practical, unless providing information will compromise the safety of the officers or others. That step, he didn't initiate. I had to initiate it.
It's on your video and my video.
I had to initiate it. Answer questions that a citizen may have.
Let's go over there. I'll speak to him.
Answer questions that a citizen may have, including explaining options they may have. He refused. He flat out said, nope, I'm done answering your questions because I wouldn't tell him my last name, which I have a Fourth Amendment right not to. I told him my first name. I gave him a legal and my God-given first name to address me by, respectfully, with no hesitation. And then he asked me for my last name. I said, no, I don't have to give you that. And then in a few minutes, you might have to. No, his professionalism, subpar.
Okay.
And answering questions, flat out refused. I did have to ask for a name and badge number. All three of their first response, right here.
Okay.
Instead of stating their name verbally like stated in the policy.
Okay.
And now to the last thing. Apologize and or explain if the reasonable suspicion for the encounter was unfounded.
Okay.
Has not been done.
Why are my officers here today? What's the situation that they came up and talked to you?
Sure. So I came in and I was just conducting my business. I was gathering content for my story.
Oh, let's go over here. So we don't
Sure,
kind of
absolutely.
taking up a spot.
Absolutely. I was gathering content for my story.
Okay.
I walked in, checked out
What type of story are you doing?
just like it's for the press. It's a member of the media, but
Like what's it about? Like something wrong with the post office?
no, I'm just doing a story on a post office.
Oh, on a post
Yep.
office?
And so I walked in.
Like the history of it, or?
No, so I walked in, I gathered my content, show what the different shipping options are, what the pricing is, the different things that they have available, different
Like
services.
about prices going up or something like that?
Some of that I have covered.
Okay.
And then once I made it through and got the content of the lobby and different areas, I approached the counter and I purchased some stuff. I went through my process, but I had a question for the supervisor. I asked to speak to the supervisor at the end of my transaction, and the gentleman working said, if you go wait over here, someone will come out this business door. Okay, sure, well, I'll wait. Gathered some more stuff for my content, waiting, nobody comes out. So I go approach the counter again. I say, hey, is that supervisor still coming? And the gentleman, pretty sure. He said he doesn't wish to speak with you. But I wasn't sure if that's what I heard. I said, can you repeat that? I wasn't sure what you said. And then he says there isn't one available. So I said, but I'm pretty sure you said he didn't wish to speak with me. I'm just trying to clarify, because if he doesn't wish to speak with me, I'll just leave. It's not going to do me good to wait. But if there's not one available, then I will seek out my other options. But he wouldn't clarify that. You need to leave. I said, but I'm not done, sir. I'm still trying to speak with you about the issue I already have. And I'm trying to speak to a supervisor. Can you just please clarify, does he not want to speak with me, or is there not one available? Because that's two different things. That changes my options. And then while I was in the middle of speaking with them, this public citizen walked up behind me and started throwing a fit about how she didn't want to be recorded. I didn't give her permission, and started raising a scene, causing a scene, telling me she threatened me, said she was going to punch me in the mouth.
Oh, that's not nice.
I didn't even say that to them because, you know, it's besides the point.
Okay.
You know, the way they started interacting, I was more concerned with the way they approached a member of the citizen of the public, because part of my purpose out here when I have interactions with law enforcement is try to bridge the gap between law enforcement and the public. And I like to also point out the good officers when I do have an interaction with law enforcement. Okay, when I have interaction with law enforcement, they don't follow policy and violate my rights. Okay, then now we're at this point, and now they need educated from somebody at your level, somebody who's got a higher level of education, and somebody of authority that can start enforcing that they actually use your policy that's put in place.
My recommendations for you right now, sir, as far as the post office situation goes, if you're dissatisfied with their service they gave you, I'm sure there's ways online.
Oh, absolutely. I'm very familiar with
all that kind of
very
stuff
familiar.
right there. As far as you being dissatisfied with the way the officer spoke to you, I can get how you feel that way, and we have a process for that, the complaint process.
Oh, I know. I'm familiar.
You can go onto our website,
Okay.
and the city website, and there's an online template to file a complaint.
Sure.
And it'll be investigated, and if things were done wrong, they'll be held accountable for those things. You also, if you want to, you can go down to the police station itself at 1925 Main Street, and we can hand you a paper copy of that for you to fill out.
But you guys have limited access to that building on the weekends, and can you explain that? I've been meaning to ask somebody. You know, that's another thing. I do have the copy of your front desk policy of 24-hour communication services, and the fact that your department is limited access on the weekends. I understand it might be because of COVID, but it's also against your department policy.
Well, that's your interpretation of it, sir.
Well,
There's a buzzer out front. You hit the buzzer. There's also markings on the front of the door, pieces of paper, flyers.
it says you have to
fill
call a
those too if
number.
you want.
I did.
And it gives you a phone number to call.
Already
and
been there.
We'll take care of you as best as we can.
Yeah, I was just hoping to see that there's more immediate public access to our public services.
You got to understand how it's off hours.
What if somebody doesn't have a
that
phone?
section
What if
is-
somebody doesn't have a phone and
That's why there's a buzzer.
and somebody will answer that every time? So I go over there right now and I ring that buzzer. Somebody will answer it?
Yes, they will.
Okay.
And also, you got to understand too, that section of the building is staffed by the New York Court Service. They do not work on the weekends,
Right.
so we have no one to run people through the security check.
But isn't that your main office?
I'm sorry?
Your department's main office?
Is in a different section of the building.
But it's still that building, right? With no public access?
No, there's public access, but it's restricted
Yeah,
on the weekends because it's not staffed.
Restricted public access. Yeah, I mean, that's.
Okay.
I understand it's not
So do you have
staffed.
any more questions for me, sir?
I understand that not without seeing the way that your officers interacted today, without seeing it in video or on their video,
Saying what?
without seeing how
Yeah.
they interacted. But based on what I have told you, can I get your opinion before you leave on what you think?
Well, I don't give an opinion based on just what one person's told me. I
Okay.
investigate all the facts and circumstances, and then I make a determination.
That's the answer I was looking
can't
for.
give that to you
That's
now.
good. That's a good. That's the answer I was looking
I
for.
explain the process to you.
Yep.
Go ahead. If you're unhappy, file that complaint, and it'll be investigated fully. And if they did anything wrong, they'll be held accountable.
All right. I'd also like to recommend maybe you guys have a refresher course on this policy, because it doesn't seem that, even if they do know it, it doesn't seem they're actually following it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that input and that feedback, sir.
Yeah.
And I hope your day gets better. All right.
Yeah, and you stay safe. I appreciate it.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Have a good evening. Good luck with your story.
Thank you for your professionalism, and thank you for being cordial.
All right. Have a good day, sir.
You as well. There goes the two failing enforcers. There goes the supervisor, I think. Yeah, supervisor.
Okay.
Yep. There you have it, guys. Niagara Falls Police Department. They got an education here today. There they are. Coming to you Niagara Falls. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. See you on the next one.